So if you are a service professional who is currently offering something that is considered a high income skill or a high income service, one of the biggest questions you may have asked is whether you should actually pivot, move into a different service entirely, or simply continue with it. In a nutshell, what that actually means you need markers that help you decide if you should stick to your niche as a service that you continue rendering, or if you should move into a niche that is completely different. So in this video, we'll try to identify 3 markers that could help you identify or decide if you should stick to the services you are currently rendering, or if you should simply kaput. But before we proceed, my name is Temitayo Michael. I'm a content marketer who has contributed direct response marketing efforts to agencies and clients doing over $200,000 per month in revenue. Also, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to encourage me to make more videos like this. So if you've done that, thank you, and let's proceed. Some of the markers that I would actually list in this video are markers that I myself have looked for deciding the services that I am rendering to the service marketplace. The first thing you want to actually check, which is our first marker, is a peer proof in your niche. You want to check if you can easily point your fingers to 3 to 20 people who are in that niche doing over $1,000 per month. If you are not in Nigeria, you would actually try to look for something that is bigger than that, maybe $10,000 per month. And most importantly, focus on trying to identify people who don't look like they are doing $1,000 per month, but are actually doing that $1,000 per month. So once you are certain that you have actually seen that maybe that niche isn't dead, because there are people who are doing those figures per month and you are the one who is just here to figure it out. However, if you notice that you could not find anyone that you know who is doing such numbers, or that you can point your fingers to who is doing such numbers, you are probably either a pioneer in a new field or in a new niche, or you are wasting your time on a dead market. For example, my niche is marketing, and yes, I know a few marketers in Nigeria, and even those that are non-Nigerians that are doing over $10,000 per month, which is actually my target at this point. Your second marker will be if your skill has a considerable high barrier to entry. Having a high barrier to entry means it's hard for a lot of people to actually get into the skill or service you are currently offering. The idea basically is, if there is lesser people supplying the talent that you are putting out in the marketplace, it means the buyers would have to spend more money to access the limited talent there is, which often translates to them offering you higher payments. However, if your skill easily has a lot of people that can get into it or do it, you should probably pivot or get into the skills verticals, because you will not only get hired for less because it's hard to get job, but when you actually get job, you get paid very little money, because there are many people who can do the same thing you are doing. For example, content writing is one of those skills that we offer. It has a lot of verticals, but many people don't have to be very skilled or complete a specific advanced certification to begin marketing themselves as content writers. Also, likes of ChatGPT and those innovations resulted in lower demand and lower pay offer for content writing services. So the last, which will be our third marker, is if you believe you stand a chance to become an authority in that niche that you are in. One way to know this is if you are capable of generating educated forecast or creating independent thoughts. For example, one of those things I figured out at one point in time as a B2B content marketer is that many Gen Zs and millennials like to buy products on social media when it is B2B products. And when these Gen Zs and millennials are beginning to grow up, it is only possible and likely that majority of them will start becoming business bosses. However, since they are already used to buying B2C products, cups, mugs, different items online, it is only possible, or it is only predictable, that they will start buying business-related expenses or business-related purchases also on social media. That was one of my predictions and independent thoughts that I came up with. And in under a few months, I started seeing results that is towards that end, and people really talking about it on social media. So there are more markers that I actually shared that I talked about in a class that we held in our freelancing community, such as if your skill has a lot of verticals, that can actually help you to decide if you should stay or if you should leave, if your skill can be easily bundled, or if your skills has significant results to show. Now, if you want to access the class replay, which is actually paid, click the link in the video description and I'll be happy to share it with you for a tiny sum. However, if you can easily lock down all these 3 basic markers, you should be able to decide whether to stick to your current niche or to your service as a professional, or simply pivot into a different industry. So all these 3 should help you. See you soon. Cheers.